when it comes to being able to help you launch and scale digital products, there's nobody better. I got the best in the business to be able to come and build with us. So with that being said, everybody unmute and let's make some noise. Team, can y'all unmute them, team? Can y'all unmute everybody? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's go,
Hey,
Kiki.
hey.
Come
Right,
through.
Kiki.
Everybody.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's
Yes,
go.
I love it. Okay. Y'all up.
Bring it,
I see
girl.
Reginald.
Expert.
Hey,
Okay,
Charlene.
okay. How you doing? How you doing? What's up?
Vida.
Let's
Hello,
Kiera.
go.
hello.
Jose.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
How's
How you
it
doing?
going?
Yeah, yeah,
They
bet.
also said the story Cherry was here.
All right. Perfect. Perfect.
Sit down.
Okay, there we go. All right, I'm super excited for today. So I see we got a lot of new people in here that said that they weren't on the call yesterday. So shout out to y'all. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Go ahead and drop it in the comments. Like drop it in the chat. Where y'all tuning in from? So we got a lot of new faces, which I love to see. All right, Atlanta, DMV, LA. Okay. Harlem, Tennessee. Okay, we got all the way from the East Coast down to the West Coast, down to the Southern states. Okay, I see how we had a diverse room tonight. I love it. Well, welcoming everybody. Of course, if you could turn your cameras on, please do. I see more people are coming into the room. So I just want to make sure that y'all are fully locked in. And does everybody have a pen and paper, something to take notes with? Because we're going to be covering a lot of information today. And I want y'all to make sure that y'all have everything y'all need. So let me see here. Who has their pen and paper? Who has their paper? Okay, I see Costa Rica. We got people international too. Okay, cool. All right, perfect. California. All right, perfect. Okay, so I see a lot of people with their notes and different things like that. So I'm gonna jump right into it. All right. So, welcome to the AI Digital Asset Summit. So, this is part 2. So, y'all getting a lot more information, a lot of different things. So, in this summit, our goal is to help you turn your business into an automated high value. Everybody type high value in the chat because I want to make sure that we understand that we create high value digital assets and products that is going to pay us every single month, even when you're not working. So I need to see high value in the chat because I want everybody to know that you all are high value. And we've created this asset framework, which we're going to be breaking down step by step to show you how to build, automate, and launch your first 10K digital product, all powered by AI. So I see a lot of high value in the chat. Good. So that means that I'm talking to the right people. So my name is Kiana. I am an AI consultant and trainer, a digital product strategist. I've been helping people create and launch digital offers for over 5 years and Canva expert. So I understand the ins and the outs of building a brand, still creating digital offers, learning how to use Canva and AI all in one. And why is AI so important right now? So what I want to know is go ahead and type newbie. If you're new to AI, go ahead and type newbie in the chat because I want to see like who we have in the room. Because I love when I see people that are new to AI. So go ahead and type newbie. If you are currently using AI right now, go ahead and type AI in the chat. Okay? Because this is going to be super important as we go through this because everything we're teaching you how to use AI, but we're teaching you how to use it in a way to where you have a humanized experience and it's also simplified for you and who you are. So I see a lot of newbies in the chat, which is awesome. I love that. Does anybody agree that AI is just everywhere? Type me. Does everybody agree that everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, you're seeing AI, right? Everything is AI, 1,000%. Me, right? Exactly. So this is why it's so important that you all are on this call. Shout out to all 60 of y'all on this call, because you're going to get the knowledge that people are going to wait to get. And I want to know, where are my service providers at? Go ahead and type your industry in the chat. Where are my service providers at? Because this is going to be so important for the service providers, because you want to make sure that you're leveraging AI, because if you don't, you're going to fall behind. And one of the other reasons why it's so crucial is because burnout is at an all-time high. Okay, I see some mental health. So you understand, my people that's in mental health, you can relate to understanding that burnout is at an all-time high. Anybody else in here? Let me just see you. Wave your hand too, like, because I like to see people interact, especially if you're on camera. Anybody else in here are tired of their only source of income being relying on clients and trading time for income? Like, let me know. I see we have some nurses in the house, tax preparers, like anybody else waving their hand like me. But this is why we're showing you how to add digital products into your business so you could create an extra stream. And now it's even more easier, because when I started, we didn't have AI tools that we have today to make it so much faster for you to be able to get your product out, to be able to systemize it and get it launched. And this is for, so you're in the right room, because we already saw in here, if you're a hairstylist, a makeup artist, a nail tech, a lash tech, a trainer, real estate professional, I see we have nurses, tax preparation, any type of service provider, like this training, this specific framework was developed with you in mind, right? Who here has a social media presence? Go ahead and type me. Do you have some people following you already, watching you, asking you questions? Okay, I see Alvin. Who else? Who else in here has a social media presence? And it's okay if you, because we're gonna get you there. We're gonna show you how you're able to show up online as a service provider, because you still have a skill. But if you don't have a digital product, type DP in the chat. If you do not have a current digital product, go ahead and type DP in the chat, because I need to know who here does not have a digital product, because after tonight, you will be able to have one, right? And we're not only showing you about having a digital product, but we're showing you an automated system to monetize those people. Okay, so good. A lot of people don't have a digital product, but a lot of people here are service providers. Okay, that's okay, Coach Jen. You have a lead magnet, a freebie. Excellent. I love that. Gilda. Okay, cool. So a lot of different people here, no digital products. So you're in the room, because we're going to be showing you today how to exactly build your brand message. Because everybody here, whether you realize it or not, and we discussed this a lot last night, that everybody here has a story. You have some type of connection to your audience, because remember, you're not talking to everyone. You're talking to the specific ideal avatar. And if you don't know what that is, we're going to be breaking that out to be able to get them your specific digital offer. We're going to help you build out your 10K digital asset. I'm going to show you about how simple it is to build out an ebook outline using AI. You're going to learn about funnels and systems and how you are able to create welcome emails, content plans, and strategy, all live using it right in front of you. Everybody type live, right? Because we're live. Like, this is a live call. We are here live to show you in action how AI is working in real time today, right? So we're live. We do this purposely because we want you to see how simple it is. But first, I just want to share just a little bit about why I started in digital products and how I got started. Is that okay? Let me know if that's okay, because I think it's important for you all to understand that the reason why I moved to digital products and how it changed my life and how it's going to do the same for you after tonight was because I was just like many people here, right? Working 50 hours a week, exhausted, fully dependent on showing up to get paid. Anybody else can relate to this? Does anybody have to like trade so much time to get a paycheck or to get money? Or, you know, you have to show up. It's like, if I don't show up, then I'm not really going to get paid, right? And even if you're working a 9 to 5, right? That was me. But guess what? Like, you have to use your PTO, or you have to use sick or your paid time off, all of these different things to cover when you just don't feel good, or you don't feel like going to work, or you don't want to be in that environment anymore, or you want to change what it is that you're doing. And that's when that moment really everything changed for me. I realized that as long as I had to physically work to make money, and I was just talking to one of my aunts about this today, that my income was capped. You know what she was telling me today? She was telling me she's a director over a nursing home facility. And she found out that somebody that just started is making 50% more money than her. And she's been there for 20 plus years. And they told her that they have no more money left to give her. Can anybody relate to that? As long as you physically have to work, whether you own your own business or whether you're working for someone else, your income will always be capped if somebody has to place a number on it. If there's only a number of amount of people you can service in one day, which led to time being capped, also my peace being capped. So I knew that I had to change something in my life because I was just very uncomfortable. Anybody is just really uncomfortable right now? Like, I just want to make sure I'm talking to the right people. Is anybody just like uncomfortable? Because that's really what pushed me into this direction. Okay, see people. So when I discovered digital products, and I actually learned that this was a real thing, because I'm pretty sure there's people on here that probably think like they're very skeptical. You see so many people online talking about how they making money with digital products and all of these different things. Like, anybody here was a skeptic and they're like, okay, if everybody is doing this, then this just can't be real. So I used to believe the same thing until I actually started to create online passive businesses. It's a real thing. And as my business grew, I started to open multiple businesses online, and I was able to create multiple passive streams of income because this is a skill set. Honestly, like, once you learn how to create digital offers for your business, this is a forever skill set that you have that no one can take away from you. This helped me to be able to own real estate property. It helped me to be able to teach and give value and add value to a YouTube community that I was able to grow to 8,000 plus subscribers. It led to multiple AI tech brand deals, right? I get about 50 opportunities every single month to do videos on different tools, from posting content and doing things that I already do. Anybody here would love to just have opportunities? Like, or is it just me? Type opportunity in the chat. This is what digital offers and digital products did for my life. Just type opportunity. Anybody here just opportunities, like being able to have an abundance of opportunities came to me when I was able to learn this skill set. Something that I was like, this just can't be a real thing. Like, how is it possible for me to make something one time for people to still get value from it, still get a result from it while I'm laying down sleep, while I'm outside, while I'm on vacation, while I'm out of the country? I see we have some people in here from Costa Rica. I'm still able to wake up every day to sales. I've been able to create over 4,000 digital products. And as you can see, you see the certificate here from Canva. Right? I've been able to create digital products for myself as well as other individuals. So it's very possible, all with a laptop, a phone, or a computer, and just some Wi-Fi. That's all I ever needed. And when I first got started, I was using free tools only. So everybody type no excuse in the chat. No excuse in the chat. That's all you need. And I understand why most of you are here, because just like we already said, like, you were just like me, you know, it's just a way that you're accustomed to making money. So learning something new is just uncomfortable. It's just like, there's no way that I can trade 50 plus hours a week, or I could be doing hair or doing nails all day, 8 to 10 hours a day, and that people is going to come to me and buy something from me digitally. But how many people, when we asked in the beginning, are asking you questions every single day? Even if you don't have a social media presence, like, how many people do you interact with and they're like, how did you become a nurse? Like, how did you get into tax preparation? What's the difference between, a tax strategist and a CPA? Do people ask you questions? Do you get asked the same questions over and over again? When I discovered that all a digital offer was just putting your expertise in something into a digital format to where it was still giving value to individuals, that's when I discovered the power of true freedom. And that changed everything for me. And that is why we created the asset framework, because we wanted to simplify it, because we've been in the industry for a while now and we know what works and what doesn't work for the everyday person. Because service providers, you shouldn't have to burn out, right? We shouldn't have to work 100, 200 hours every 2 weeks to be able to earn income that gives us flexibility and freedom. And I'm going to show you live on how you can actually begin to develop those digital offers. I'm going to give you prompts that you could use. That's why I asked, make sure you got your pens and your notebooks and all those different things out, because I want you to move away from the service provider trap. Most service providers are stuck in a cycle that looks like success but feels like burnout, right? So you're very successful at what you do. You're good at what you do. You're great at what you do. You know that people love you and for what you do, but we get caught up in a trap. And I want y'all to type trap in the chat if anything relates to you. You're in a trap if you only get paid when you show up. Even if you're booked out, but you're exhausted, you're in a trap. If every single month your income resets to 0 each month and you got to get back out there and continue to hustle, in the trap. And if you're not leveraging automation or AI in your business, you're definitely in a trap. If you're constantly posting content, you're like, oh my gosh, you've been on some trainings and maybe there's post content, and you're not monetizing, you're in a trap, right? Because it's a strategy behind it. You can't just post anything. There's a strategy behind everything that you do. You have an audience. So a lot of people here said that they were in the survey, but they don't have any digital offers. We saw a bunch of people here. That's going to change today. You have no email systems or funnels. And burnout just feels normal, right? It's just every day I have to get up, I have to hustle. That's the only way that I can get it, right? This is the only way that I know. That was me. And I met somebody who had 10,000 contacts. Just think about everybody that's in the service industry. If you collect name, phone number, email, whether it's in person and you're not sending them emails every single day, how many people here have emails or have information, phone numbers, and they are not sending them messages, advertisement, promo, any type of marketing? Go ahead and type me in the chat. If you've ever collected names, emails, phone numbers, and you're not sending them any emails or any systems, type me. Okay, so I see a lot of people typing me. And it's normal, right? You just don't know how to do it. And that's what we're going to show you. So obviously we know that you have the income, but you don't have the offer. So the first thing you want to do is the first step in creating your 10K digital asset is alignment. Everybody type alignment in the. This is going to be so important. Miss this first step, which is crucially important. People align with you first. They align with your brand. They align with your messaging, and people instantly connect with you. When I get with a lot of times people are looking at what other people are doing. But listen, let me just be honest. People buy into you, not into the person they think you should be because of what you see somebody doing in your industry, not because you feel like this is how you have to be in order to get people to know, like, and trust you, but people connect with you and your story. And when you're thinking about creating this offer and creating these different things, the first thing I always tell people is you want to answer 5 questions. Very simple. And I want y'all to answer these questions in the chat as we go. Who do you help? And if you're unclear, we help you get very clear on your messaging. We pull that out of you. So who do you help? Let me know right now in the chat. What problem and transformation are you delivering to them? And what's your brand story? Like, why did you even get started in doing what it is that you do? Like, what is your mission and what is your vision? Because this is how you build brands with longevity, right? When you insert your messaging and people understand your mission, your vision, and your values and your system, like that's where support comes from. That's a part of brand building and longevity. Because people always talk about saturation, but think about it. It's fast food restaurants that sit right next to each other. You go to one versus the other because of brand, right? Because of the way people operate. That's the same way when you think about a digital offer, it's the same way. What does your digital offer represent for your audience? What's the story behind why you do what you do? So let me see in the chat. So I don't see anybody here that's telling me who they help, what problem do you solve? We have a bunch of industries here and I don't see it. Let me know in the chat. Like who do you help and what problem do you solve? Because I wanted to show y'all how simple this is. Who do you help? What problem do you solve? What is the transformation that you want to give to people? Why are you in business? Why are you operating? Let me know in the chat. Okay, I see gifts, single mother seniors. There we go. Every people, small businesses, community, client with mental illness. All right, now, what is it that you want to help these people overcome? Or what is it you want? So Alvin said he want to help people get houses. Jackie said that she wants to help single mothers who are seniors. Very clear. This is what you call niching, right? Talking to a customer avatar. I help communities feel empowered, build systems and connection to their community through systems of care philosophy. Wage. And now we have to talk about the actual transformation, right? The transformation. And this is what becomes your digital offer, right? This is what becomes what your actual avatar feels. But it's important that you understand these things and that you know these things because you want to make sure that your alignment and your brand and your messaging is able to make a connection as you begin to create content, right? And we're going to talk about the different types of ways to create content, AI twins, and all of this great stuff that you could do now with AI that's right at your tips to where you do these things. Does everybody see? Is this helping? Is this helping you all to understand like how important aligning and branding and your messaging is? Because it's a lot of people that help people with mental illness, Janine. But what's the transformation? Like, why are you helping those people? Like, what is it that people in that community need? Right? This is what people are connecting to. It's a lot of people, Alvin, that want to get a house. Who are you even get those houses? Like, why do they even need those houses? Are you showing them how to get a house because maybe their credit isn't great? Maybe they don't have a lot of money for a down payment. Are you showing them about savings programs to help them? Like, this is all important as it pertains to helping you build your offer out, which we do, which we talked about the accelerator that we have. And this is what it allows you to do. Prepare and solve tax problems. Help prepare taxes with organizing and offer help to all and to start their business if they want to learn. Right? So, Latasha, we would even get more granular focus on that. Because when you say all, who is it that you specifically want to talk to? I know a lot of times in business, we think our messaging is to really reach everyone, but you really have a clear avatar in mind that you want to talk to. Like I saw somebody that says single mother seniors. That is a very specific audience. So if I come online and I say, hey, are you a single mother and you're a senior? And I'm that person, I'm tuning in and I'm locking in, right? I'm tuning in and I'm locking in because that's me. Like you're speaking directly to me. And this is why brand story and alignment, and there's always a reason why we want to connect to these people, whether we realize it or not. A lot of times it starts from us, right? Our curiosity or things that we've been able to do. And that is what brand story, clarity, identity, and connection is all about. And here is a brand alignment prompt that's going to help you. So make sure you take a screenshot of this because we're going to go in live right now and I'm going to show you how this actually works in real time. Because I want you to see how simple this system is when you're actually utilizing it. So I'm going to take this right here. And I'm inside of ChatGPT. And look, I'm just pasting, right? A lot of people, they say they don't have a digital product, right? They say they don't have an offer. They say they're not techie. All of these things here, like you're not techie. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. Like here's the prompt. I'm going to put this in. And you see that the AI is working for me. It's going to ask me some questions and I can answer these different questions and different things, right? I can answer these different questions and different things. And I'm going to use something from the chat that I see. Let's see who we have. Let's see who we have. I hope. And see, this is why it's important to engage and interact. Let's see, get the. Okay. All right. So I'm going to hit the microphone. All right. So in my industry, I work in the industry with mental health. And my objective is to help people overcome their triggers because they struggle with different triggers. And the reason why I'm passionate about helping them because there's not a lot of information out there to be able to help these individuals. And then you would go into your personal backstory, as you can see here, right? Like growing up, there was a lot of taboo as it pertains to like what mental health was and all the different things that it entailed. And the thing that makes me different is that I don't just put labels on individuals to say that they may have a mental health illness or just different things like that. I actually break it down and I educate and I explain where these different things or triggers may come from so they can understand it. And I want you to be able to help me identify who my target audience can actually be and some of the information that they could get and some possibilities of digital outcomes or transformation or digital offers that I can do. Right? Now I'm just talking and I'm just speaking. And I'm going right off of the chat, right? I'm just using a real live example just to show you, right? And look, it's going to give me something. And now, obviously, that's loosely because you have to put your story, you have to put all these different things, but it's going to give you some different things. And this is what I mean by you humanize with AI, right? Because it's your intellectual property, it's your story, it's your brand, it's your alignment, okay? This is how you begin to create core identity, okay? It says you're a mental health educator and you guide and help people understand, unpack, and overcome the emotional triggers that disrupt their lives. You turn complicated psychology into simple, relatable, empowering guidance that people can actually apply. How many people like that? Write me in the chat. Your brand promise, and you might have to tweak and change this. You give people clarity, tools, and emotional self-awareness they need to navigate their triggers, reduce overwhelm, and take back control of their mental and emotional well-being. Now, the next thing I want to ask you in that chat, yes or no, was this difficult? This wasn't difficult. So when people tell me like, oh, like they have an objection to using another tool, I know it seems like you have to learn something so much harder, but I promise you, this is going to make your life easier. Who you help. This is why it's important. People you help, you actively are helping people to better themselves emotionally, but they don't have the language, tools, or support to understand what they're experiencing. It's even giving you some psychographics, and you go deeper into this. But I wanted to show you how easy this is. It's not difficult, right? And this is helping me build out a story, my existing story. It's giving me a signature transformation, right? So when we talk about what the transformation is, listen, maybe before they were easily triggered, overwhelmed, and emotionally reactive, but now they understand exactly why they react the way they do. They respond instead of react. They see their triggers as signals and not weakness. Okay? So now you have your origin story. You grew up in a world where mental health was a taboo topic, something people whispered about, judged, and completely ignored. Emotions weren't explained, feelings weren't discussed. So all of this is important to your brand story. So this is what we talk about when we say you need to have your brand story. You need to have all these things because these help you with your actual digital product, right? This helps you with building out your offer. Everybody here getting value? Go ahead and type value in the chat. Go ahead and type value in the chat. If you're learning something new that you didn't know before, if you're overcoming your fears of AI, go ahead and type value in the chat. Because all you're doing is taking what you have, and you're putting it into a system. Right? And it's helping you, and it's giving you information, it's giving you clarity, it's giving you things to think about, just like you would do manually. Mind you, because beforehand, I was doing all of this still, but it was a much manual intensive process. Nothing changes, right? You still have to do research. You still have to understand your audience. You still have to understand the psychographics, all of these different things. Large companies do the same thing. Why do you think every year for your birthday, you get an email? Right? Because they have the data in their system. They understand who you are. So here's the prompt right here. Make sure you take a screenshot of that. And after you do that, now you're able to structure your offer product, right? This is very important because once you have your story, you can package it into something that really makes sense to your audience and your avatar. And this is what we talk about when we say high value digital product. Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah, I can see a screen, Q. They need to swipe to the right. If you're on your phone, swipe to the right. That's probably why you can't see it. Swipe to the right, and then you'll be fine. But keep rolling, Q. You good?
Okay, let me share to stop sharing just in case. So I can make sure, because I don't want y'all to miss this information. So everybody good. You should see a blue screen that says package your expertise into high value digital products that solve a clear problem. Perfect. All right. So everybody understands. Is everybody understanding it can connect with their brand story now and how that can correlate to a high value digital product? Type yes. Because this is how you create your first 10K offer. Okay, great, good. Because structure means that when you take the transformation you provide in real life. So just because it's in a digital format doesn't mean you can't provide value and structure. You package it into a format that people can use on their own. And here are some different types of products. Packaging, right? You have an ebook, a guide. You could do templates, different things of that nature. You could do a mini course, record short clips about different things. We were just talking about mental health, mental illness, you can do a video that breaks those different things down. You could do workshop, master classes, right? Swipe files, checklists, all different types of things. These are all digital formats. A digital format is anything that you can send, people can receive in an electronic format. Now, there are some things that work really well, especially in today's age, that you can do, which we'll be going over those things in full detail, of course, because we don't have a lot of time to show you everything step by step, but we're still giving you all of this information so you could walk away and know, like, these are the things that you can do when it comes to packaging and when it comes to formatting. And here are the 3 rules for structure. It's very simple. As you can see, like, simplicity is my love language. Number 1, start simple. We just did something really simple. You saw it live right here. It wasn't anything that I did that was pre-recorded. As you can see, we went live inside of the ChatGPT. I fed it the prompt that I've developed and it gave me something, right? We're going to choose a format. Today, we're talking about ebooks. We chose a format. You could create it fast, and then we're focusing on transformation, not perfection. Can everybody here follow these 3 rules for structure? Type yes in the chat. Can you agree that you could start simple, that you could choose a format, and that you could focus on transformation and not perfection? Because a lot of times we focus on perfection and we forget to implement and execute because we want everything to be perfect. Where are my perfectionists at? Type me in the chat if you're a perfectionist, because listen, that's me, over analytical, thinking something is just more difficult than what it needs to be. You're just like, it's no way that it's really just this simple. Exactly. I see you, coach. It's just like, how is it this simple? And if it's this simple, then why isn't everybody doing it? Why? Because people let fear talk them out of something. People let fear talk them out of simplicity. Right? I still got 3 fingers up because that's it. That's all you need. So after tonight, we're not going to let fear, we're not going to be paralyzed by perfection, right? We're not going to tell ourselves that I can't do this, or like we just saw how easy it was. Everybody agreed to that. And here's a live demo. And I wanted to show you this live demo of something that we did. And I'm going to go back and show you because I want you to see how simple it is. But listen, here is the breakdown. After you actually put your brand story together, you can actually create an outline very simple on your first offer. It's very simple to do, and I'm just going to do that because once you understand what it is that you can do and what a high value, because we talk about high value digital assets and offers, that's something that makes us different from most people and what they're going to teach you. Let's just say I wanted to do this here, a 30-day mastery blueprint. I literally say create an outline for and it's going to create it for me. Remember, we talked about the 3 rules, keeping the structure simple. It's going to give me everything that I need, and I have the ability, and I have the control, and I have the power to say, hey, listen, in module 1, I want to talk about something else, and it's going to rewrite it. It's going to redo it, but look how fast. Can anybody here create an outline? Because like I'm old school, right? Like I went to college. I have a higher degree in education as it pertains to masters. I did all of that great stuff, right? All of the stuff that they told you to do. Get a job, go get your highest level of degree, do all these different things. And I was building out lesson plans and modules, very manual. It would take me days to be able to do that. Anybody can relate to that? It would take me days, long nights. Like this is a cheat code. I'm not cheating myself in my information because I'm feeding the tool what it is that I actually know. A lot of people think AI is like this thing that is just like not a real thing when it comes to actually feeding your information. But I'm like, listen, that's all about how you use the integrity of how you utilize AI, right? You're talking and you're inputting information that you know, and it's helping you develop something quicker. I see, look, okay, I see you, Miss Watts. It's like, listen, days, weeks, months. We always talk about working smarter and not harder. Well, here's the true definition of working smarter and not harder. Anybody here wants to work smarter now and not harder? This is how you do it. And it's accessible to everybody. So the only reason why you don't get ahead is if you choose to ignore, if you choose to continue to listen to outsiders, people that can't even get in, people that's not even in the room with you. It's 124 people here. If you continue to listen to those people, you're going to miss out on your opportunity. you're going to miss out on your opportunity to build your purpose, to stop trading your time for hours and hours and hours when you now have a tool that's accessible and freely available to every single person on this call. The only reason why you're not using it is for your own limiting beliefs. Okay? And here's just a full section. If I say I only want it to be 5 modules, it will. And it's still asking me for more. So I wanted to show you that live so you could see in real time, this is what it's able to do. And this is how you go from idea to systemize. And now we're going to get into the system, and we're going to break down how you take this information and you move it into a systemized process. Now you're able to bring all this information that you've just done and automate it, right? So I'm going to bring up Millie because she's going to be the one to show you how to take this and now automate this information, because a lot of times we have the offer, we have the expertise, we have the knowledge, but now we need to automate it. Earlier today, I asked who have emails and you're not sending it out. Well, guess what? Millie is going to be able to show you what all of these things look like and what they mean.
Hold on, Q. I had to jump on here real quick. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me, Q? I don't know. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, perfect. All right, cool. Before we bring Millie up, man, I want to make sure the energy is right. Before we bring Millie up, I want to make sure the energy is right. So if you feel like you've been getting value thus far on this Monday evening, I want you to drop a fire emoji in the chat. I want you to drop a fire emoji in the chat because you are getting the experts. And look, I am an expert at hiring experts. I don't want to learn how to do everything myself. Kiana and Millie is the go-to when it comes to AI, when it comes to automation, when it comes to scaling digital products. So no matter if you're somebody that's a newbie starting out or you're somebody that's actually been making money but is looking to scale, this is the place you need to be. I just want to reset the room because some of you are now jumping in, and this is our AI Digital Asset Summit. Last night we had our class and then we had some issues with the room hitting capacity. So a lot of people were not able to attend. So we decided to do a part 2, which is happening right now. So if you're on this call right now, you are a part of our AI Digital Asset Summit, and it ends this evening. All right. So I'm going to pass it to you, Millie. I'm going to unmute everybody really, really quick. And I want y'all to make some noise for Millie. And if the energy not real, then we can just shut it down right now, y'all. We can shut it down right now. So if y'all ready for Millie, let's unmute and let's make some noise and show us some love, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Hey, what it do?
Millie.
Let's
get it.
Let's go.
Second. All right, can y'all hear me? I think I was muted. All right, once again, how y'all doing tonight? I want to take the time to just appreciate you all for hopping on tonight. As Kiana and Ramel has stated, the goal for tonight is to be able to show you all as a service provider to be able to now take your expertise and automate that process and be able to make money online, right? So what I'm going to share with you all tonight is the process that we want to go through once we have created that digital offer, once we have pretty much went through the alignment phase and structuring out what you want to actually be able to sell online. And let me know in the chat if y'all can actually see my screen. I want to make sure that y'all can see me front and center, okay? So again, once you create, you're in alignment, you create your structure, and you have everything that you need, we want to now take that process to be able to automate it, okay? So for those that don't know me, I'm Millie Marie, right, known as the Funnel Queen online. Okay, I've been able to help, what I am is a funnel strategist, right? I have a digital marketing agency where I help online business owners, coaches, and consultants pretty much automate their businesses so they can remove themselves from the day-to-day to be able to make money in their sleep, right? If that is your goal and you want to be able to make money in your sleep, go ahead and drop some fireballs in the chat for me, right? So what I do and what I'm going to be teaching you on tonight is how to be able to systemize and be able to elevate your content and create the traffic that you need for your business. Okay. So what we're sharing with you all tonight is not something that we just kind of thought of overnight, right? It's something that we have put in, we have put the work behind it. We know that it works, right? So as you all can see on the screen, I've been recognized just within my business by being able to create the digital income that we make every day within our businesses, right? Being able to hit that 10K, that $100,000 mark within our business just from being able to run a business solely online, right? I work from the comfort of my home. Okay. So I wasn't always in this position, right? Just like many of us here tonight have said that we are service providers and our goal is to be able to remove ourselves from the day to day. I had to get to that point where I was like, I came to the understanding that, hey, I don't want to trade my time for money, right? I want to be able to be in a position where I can create time freedom, where I can spend time with my family and remove myself from all the manual labor, right? So I've been a full-time business owner for 8 years. Again, I didn't start off in a digital space. I had a brick and mortar business where I had pretty much providing services as design, print, and marketing, right? And from that transitioning into other brick and mortar businesses, an event space, right? I ran a car rental business as well. But once I got to that point and understanding that, hey, this still requires a lot of my time where I'm pretty much trading my time for money, right? Whereas like if I'm a service provider, is my business is based on the next client that's coming in, and I can't make money passively, right? So as time went on, I understood that, hey, right, I'm not the type of person that wants to be stressed out about money coming in, right? We want to live comfortably. So if you're somebody that's here tonight and you're like, you know what, I'm no longer going to keep myself behind, right? I want to go ahead and take my expertise and automate it and be able to make money online. Like drop some fireballs in the chat, right? Let me know if that's you tonight. Okay. So what we're going to talk about is how to systemize with funnels and automations. Okay. Again, once you have already created that alignment and that structure, we now want to go through the process of building an automated funnel that attracts, nurture, and convert your leads on autopilot. Okay. So what that means is you are essentially creating a 24/7 sales machine for yourself. Okay. So what I'm going to break down now is pretty much that funnel process. Okay. And I'm going to kind of explain it to you, and I'm going to kind of give you a visual of this as well. Okay. So a funnel is essentially, what it's going to do is going to allow you to attract qualified leads by offering valuable content, right? Once someone opts into your funnel, your landing page, your website, right, they're pretty much guided to an upsell or a downsell that offers help, right, that you can be able to offer them that takes them to that process faster. Okay. So what this does is it allows you to build trust, grow your email list, and give people an opportunity to convert at a higher scale, right? Without you having to manually put in that work, right? So imagine you're being able to make money in your sleep. You have sales coming in, you have leads coming into your business without you having to actually do the work on the front end of that, right? So let's just say you have a digital product, right, that you put together, and now you have people, once you've created your content, you have people on social media say, hey, you have a problem that you're solving for me. I want to go ahead and buy your product. Do you want to spend the time manually sending out an ebook to someone or manually collecting a sale? No, because if we're in that position, we're still trading our time for money, because now they're relying on us to be able to produce a product for them or deliver that product or service. Okay. So this is where the automation system comes into place. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share this visual with y'all. Y'all can take a screenshot of it if you like, right? And I think somebody's drawn on the screen. So imagine a system that introduces people to your offer, builds trust, and sells while you sleep, right? While you rest. So this is a visual aspect of that, right? The goal is you want to be able to first be discovered online, right? By providing that information to let people know that you have a solution to their problem. So Kiana talked about very briefly early on that, like, in order to create a digital offer or a product, is really all about what problems you solve and people understanding that you have a solution to their problem. So once you create that message online and people understand, that even if I think we had some contractors, real estate investors, and things like that. So let's say as a real estate investor, you wanted to let people know the process on how to be able to invest into their first real estate property, right? So in order to do that, you have to align that with, okay, although you may want to be able to be a real estate investor, what is the real reason behind it? Okay. What does real estate investing allow you to do? It allows you to create, one, I know for sure, generational wealth, right? It allows you to make money passively as well, because let's just say, you know, you're buying properties and now you're able to create that money where you don't have to work for it technically, right? So you're in position now to telling people that, hey, I can help you make generational wealth by investing into real estate. So you're creating your social media content, right? And that is the phase where people are going to discover you, okay? You have to be able to attract the leads through your social media content. Okay. Now, once they have discovered you, right, as we move on the journey, you want to now give them value in exchange for you collecting their name, their email, and their phone number, right? So you're now going to give them a free resource, or you're going to give them access to your paid product. Okay, so once you give them that value, you now are in position to building trust by them getting access to the resource that you have already given them access to. Okay, so in the phase of building trust, we want to also be able to automate the email nurture, the follow-up, the communication with them, because just because we collected a lead, we don't want the journey to end there. Okay, so automations is going to allow you to be able to set up emails, text messages, right? So you can continually nurture those leads and eventually also convert them into another paid product that you may offer. Okay. So once you build that trust, you're now positioning yourself again to be able to allow those leads that came in initially free, right, or a low ticket product, to buy additional products and services from you, right? So what does this system allow you to do? Again, it allows you to take your knowledge and turn it into a system where you can make money daily. Okay, even when you're offline. So again, this is going to allow you to position yourself in a way where if you are a contractor, a real estate investor, a hair braider, nail tech, any of those different industries as a service-based provider, you don't have to trade your time for money. You don't have to rely on the next client coming in, right? So systemizing and automating this process, again, with using a funnel system, or I'm just going to use a sales system, right? It's going to allow you to deliver these products and services on automation, right? Where you can build trust, collect leads, and grow your email list. So let's just say social media shut down today, right? Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. As a business owner, what are you going to do in that position if you haven't set up these automated tools to be able to collect leads, right? So we have a lot of online business owners that are promoting their businesses online, but they're not taking the audience that they're building and putting it into a CRM. They're not taking the audience that they're building and putting it into a system that's going to continuously work for yourself, right? For your business. So when you do that, as we're talking about, the name of this summit is called the digital asset. As you're building your business online through social media, you want to build that digital asset, and your email list becomes your digital asset. Because again, if these social media platforms shut down today, you have now positioned yourself to be able to continuously sell through emails, through text messages, right? So you still have revenue coming in. Okay, so again, as you automate this process, the goal of the sales system is going to allow you to present your digital products clearly and follow up with emails to be able to nurture and convert those leads. Let me know in the chat if that's making sense, right? Let me know if your goal is to be able to automate your process as much as you possibly can when it comes to your digital offers. Okay, so this is just another visual of the sales system, right? How you want to automate your sales process. Okay, so we want to have a sales page. So let's say you have a digital product, and like I was mentioning the example of a real estate investor, you wanted to create a product that shows business owners, that shows individuals. Let's just say you wanted to say, hey, are you a single mom? Are you a single dad? Are you a single parent that want to be able to create generational wealth for you and your family? Let me show you how you can invest into real estate to create that dream or that dream goal, right? So you want to create a product anywhere from $7 to $27, right? And we want to create it on a what's called a sales page, okay? When you have that $7 to $27 product, okay, it doesn't end there. The journey doesn't end there. You have to be able to continue adding additional value within that sales process that's going to allow you to make more money. Okay, so that's what's called an upsell comes into place. So after you have the initial product of a $7 to $27 digital product, then you want to position an upsell. Okay, you want to add a bonus offer. For example, you can add like, hey, you want to take your information that you package into an ebook, and you now want to put it, let's say, in a video, a master class, a webinar, a mini course, or something like that, right? So let's just say you did that, and now your video breaks down exactly more in-depth steps of the initial phase of how to be able to create generational wealth with real estate. Okay, so now you could take that product as an upsell, and you can offer from anywhere from $47 to $297. Okay, so let's just say you had someone say, you know what, I'm not ready to spend $297 today. Okay, cool. We're not going to lose this opportunity. We're going to give you another chance to be able to buy the same training for just $10 off, right? So that's where we have a sales page, upsell, downsell, and then we lead them once they buy the product with a thank you page. The whole purpose of the thank you page is going to automate the delivery of their product. And now let's just say you wanted to offer them another chance and opportunity. Let's say you have your digital product, you created that digital product into a video training or an app or something like that. And now, okay, cool. What can I now offer in addition to this $27 product, to this video, to be able to help them get more results? Okay, so when it comes to creating these offers, people are all about transformation. How can you help guide me through that transformational phase? So what, in addition to the $27 product, can you now offer on the back end to be able to sell at a higher price? Okay, because when we're creating these offers, it's not about how much money you can, the initial process of that $7 to $27. Although we do have business owners that is making hundreds of thousands of dollars just off the low ticket $7 to $27, but the journey doesn't end there, right? You want to be able to make more money in your funnel, more upsells, more order bumps, right? So what is an order bump? Okay, so how many of you all go shopping at the store, whether you're in Walmart, Sam's, a grocery store, clothing store, right? What do you find when you're getting ready to check out? Let me know in the chat. Like, what do you find when you are in that checkout phase? What are you presented with? Let me know in the chat. Right, you're presented with impulse buys, right? So an impulse buy is, hey, what can I buy now immediately that's going to be able to pretty much provide some more tangible results, right? Whether it's a tangible result, intangible, or whatever, it's still positioned to you, right? We don't need more candy, right? We don't need more chips and snacks, right? But still, it's positioned in front of you because you can immediately, in your checkout process, buy something else and add more value to that, right? So that's where your order bumps come into place, where you can instantly create and increase your average order cart value of what they already came to that sales page to buy. Okay, so that is the process on how we're going to be able to automate the sales process. Okay, so what I want to do is, and the goal of this is everything that we do is we want to be able to automate that process, and we're leveraging AI to create this process, right? Because we already talked about alignment, we talked about structure, now we're talking about systemize of our asset framework. Okay, so again, we're leveraging AI to pretty much to help us complete this entire process. Whereas years ago, it may have taken us a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week, months to be able to create and write a digital product. And for those people that are not as techy, right, they're like, hey, I don't know how to build a funnel. I don't know what a CRM system is. I don't know how to put together these automations. AI has made the process so much easier for us. So what I'm going to do now is I have a demo where I'm going to just kind of quickly show you how we're going to be able to take the information that Kiana shared about our brand offer, about our messaging, about our voice, and just that digital offer as a whole, and now take it and put it in an AI system that's going to automatically build that funnel for you once that data has been entered. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm going to share that demo with you. Give me one quick second. So as you all can see, right, on the screen, this is pretty much taking the data and we're entering it into the AI system, okay? And once that data has been entered, you can upload your images everything that you need to go on that landing page or that sales page, and it's going to create the funnel for you in seconds. Okay, let me know in the chat how many people are here is familiar with High Level. Who is currently using the High Level system? Who's currently using High Level in their business? So High Level is pretty much an online marketing tool that allows you to be able to run your business through automations, everything that you essentially need as an online business owner, right? They have came out with a tremendous amount of new AI features that make this process so much easier. And as an agency owner, as I shared earlier, I was just recognized by High Level just in the month of October for being able to help online business owners pretty much automate their process, right? So again, we are using AI to build out funnels where you can launch in seconds. So there is no more guessing game. There is no more, I can't do this and it's going to take me 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You can literally build your digital offer, create an ebook, have a design ready, and launch your funnel in a matter of minutes, right? So now that we have the automation part down packed, right? We have our digital offer in place. Now the goal is we want to create traffic for our business, right? We want to create traffic for our business. So again, everything that we're talking about is AI. So we want to be able to use AI to craft consistent scroll stopping content that drives attention and sales, okay? Because the goal as a business owner, especially when we're running businesses online, is we want to be able to stay visible in order to stay profitable, okay? So when we're using AI, we want to create content ideas, our scripts and our captions that go for our social media content, right? Graphics and carousels, as well as what's very trending right now is AI twins, right? Let me know in the chat who's familiar with AI twins. Let me know in the chat who's familiar with AI twin and has currently created an AI twin for themselves to duplicate themselves online, right? So this is one of those things that's like, I have become like really excited about this AI process because one of the biggest things as an online business owner is when it comes to social media content is I'm afraid to be online. I'm an introvert. I don't like talking to people. I don't like being in front of the camera. I'm a busy entrepreneur, right? Where it's taking up too much of my time to create content, right? So let me know in the chat if that's you. Like, I'm an introvert. I don't want to be online. I don't want to create content. Okay. Or you may be a busy entrepreneur where you say, I'm too busy working in my business. I got to create, I got all these clients I got to fulfill within a day's time. And I just simply don't have time, right? So I was once in your shoes, right? I'm an introvert. The category that I fall in is as an introvert, right? I was always in a position where, hey, as a business owner, I stepped into entrepreneurship 8 years ago, but did not realize that after 3 years of business before COVID hit, that we had to leverage AI. We had to leverage social media to really build a business, okay? Prior to that, as I mentioned to you all, I had a brick and mortar business and I was providing design, branding, and marketing materials. So I didn't rely on social media because I had a local business, okay? So after COVID hit, having to step into this digital space, it was very new for me, okay? And I'm the type of person where if you want to communicate with me, I'd rather you text me because I'm not a talker, right? I'm not a big communicator and I don't really like being in front of crowds, right? So after learning more about the digital space, really because of the coaches, right, that I was investing in at the time, because again, I'm stepping into a new lane. I didn't know much about digital marketing. I didn't know much about running the business online and social media content and all these different things, right? So I had to start investing into myself and really getting the knowledge that I needed in order to move my business ahead. So I started investing into coaches, right? That told me, Millie, you have to be the face of your brand. Now, mind you, again, I had all these visions, all these goals, all these desires that I wanted to have, right? I started a brick and mortar business. From that brick and mortar business, I had a clothing line and all these different things. But with every business that I started, I wanted to be behind the scenes. So I pushed my family members, my siblings, my cousins that was younger than me to be the face of everything that I launched, right? I had clothing lines. We were doing fashion shows and all these different things, but Millie wanted to stay behind the scenes, run the show, and not be seen. But as we moved over into social media, my coach said, Millie, you can't do that. People, if you're trying to run a business online, you have to build that like, know, and trust factor because people invest into you, right? Understanding that when they do invest into you, that you have a solution to their problems, right? So when you do that, you have to be online in order for people to get to know you, right? So now moving forward, we have AI that has helped that whole entire process for me, right? Whereas content was like very dreadful for me, I didn't want to do it. Eventually getting to the point where I knew I had to do it, right? But now with AI, it's really exciting for me because I've been able to create social media content without the hassle of what no longer having the objection of I'm too afraid to show up online. Now I can show up online without actually having to show up online, right? So my content for the last 8 months have been totally AI. And with that, like I said, this is not something that we just thought of overnight, right? This is things that we have incorporated in that business and we know that it's working. All the leads and the sales that come into my business come through my social media content through AI videos, right? Through AI content, okay? So that is what we want to be able to share with you tonight is that process, okay? But before we get to that process of creating and duplicating ourselves online, we have to create the message, okay? And that is what Kiana was sharing with us earlier is your alignment, okay? What is your brand voice? What is the offering things that you provide, okay? What is the transformation? Because in the social media world, people want to know, do they trust you? Do they know who you are? Is there a connection? Okay. And once that connection has been built and that trust has been built, you have to clearly identify and state what it is that you truly do. Okay. So these are the 4 different types of contents that I use within my business every day when I'm creating my AI content. Okay. So take a screenshot of this, right? You want to have authority content, emotional content, educational, and that content is going to drive conversions and sales to your actual offer. Okay. So again, these are 4 different types that you want to incorporate every day. Now, once you have pretty much incorporated these different types of mix of content, authority, emotional, education, and your offers, this again is going to allow you to be able to warm up your audience, build trust, and make sales without being spammy, right? Because again, people don't want to be, when it comes to social media, people really don't truly want to be sold to, okay? They want to know in a roundabout way what it is that you really provide for them and how it's going to provide a solution. Okay, what is the result behind what you do? So instead of being salesy on social media, you create a connection. You build content that's going to educate, that's going to give value. Okay, telling your story is one of the things that I also ran into a problem with, where I, again, as an introvert, I didn't want to share my story online because I wasn't the type of person that wanted to be online. Okay, but again, my coach said, Millie, people got to know who you are. You got to build that trust. You got to build that emotional connection. So I finally got to the point where I told my story online in a way where I was not on camera talking. It was simply me putting together a video, right? Putting words on the screen. This was about 2022, I believe. No, 2000, yeah, about 2022, somewhere in there, right? I finally did that, and that video hit 3 million views. Okay, so now imagine being able to create that connection online and building trust with people, because you know at this point they're like, oh my God, Millie, your story is inspiring. I'm currently going through the same thing, right? As business owners, we get caught up in sharing the glitz and the glam of our life, but we don't really share the process that it took to get there. Okay, so once you create that connection with people, people understand that, hey, you're a real person, right? You've been through tests, you've been through trials, and now you've been able to overcome. But I may be in that position where you were once was, so how can you help me transform? Okay, so that's where your story and building that connection online is going to be very important. Okay, so when you create these 4 types of content, you're never going to run out of content ideas. You're going to be able to stay in front of your audience with consistency, build trust that's going to drive traffic, and convert those followers into clients. Okay. Now, again, so what we want to do, so now that we have talked about the 4 types of content, right, that you should be creating, what goes into that content? Okay. So typically when you're creating your scripts and whatever it is that you want to say, again, the biggest thing is, and it always goes back to the same thing, right? What is your offer? What is the transformation? What problems do you solve? Okay. Once you identify that, you want to understand, like, what is the pain point of your ideal client? So when you're talking in your content and you're creating it, you want to identify what is the audience's current pain and what is their dream life that they want. Okay, is it time freedom? Is it traveling? Is it being able to quit their job through what you're providing? Is it creating generational wealth? So every video that you make should solve that one micro step between A and B. Okay, A being the current ideal client pain points, B being their dream life. Okay, so let me know in the chat if that makes sense. Let me know in the chat if that makes sense. Okay. So now that you pretty much have the 4 different types of content, you understand what goes into the content. This is my particular framework that I use when I'm writing my content scripts. Okay. So you always want to have a hook, a problem, a solution, and a call to action. Because the purpose of the hook is you want to grab the attention quickly, because as social media, right, everything is so fast tracked at a fast pace. So how can I stop the scroll? How can I stop someone from actually taking the time to actually watch my video? This is where your hooks and things like that comes into place. Okay. So now what I want to do is I actually want to show you.
I'm Kevin.
I actually want to show you the process of what it looks like of being able to duplicate yourself online and taking as simple as an image of yourself, converting it to a high quality photo, and now taking that photo and creating a video. Okay, so take a look at this.
I'm Kevin, and I help business owners access funding most banks won't tell you about. Most entrepreneurs get denied or stuck with high interest loans because they don't know where to look. That's where I come in. I connect you with over 140 lenders so you can get access to up to $100,000 at 0% interest. No junk fees, no guessing, just fast capital to grow your business. DM me the word fund and I'll show you how to qualify in minutes.
So let me know in the chat, like, what y'all thought about that? Like, what are your thoughts?
It's about assets.
So being able to take an image of yourself, create it into a high quality photo, and now convert that into a video, right? Imagine having a system that you can now duplicate yourself without the hassle of, I have to show up online. My hair is not done. My hair is not cut. All these different things. My makeup is not done right, because as a business owner that working from home, we're working from the comfort of our home. We may not always be having high energy to get ready to sit behind the camera. So now you have a duplicatable system that can allow you to create that content every single day, automated. And once you create it, a bulk of it, you can now schedule it to now that also removes your time. So my goal is how much time, energy, and money and effort can you save, right? And AI is going to allow us to do that. So I'm just going to quickly show you one more example.
Hey, it's about assets. Today, you can drive your dream car for just $55 a day. Comment luxury below for more info.
Okay. So that's just another example that I did for another client, right? Being able to take an image, create it to a high quality photo, and AI allows you to pretty much put on any outfit that you want to wear, be in any scene, any location, any background that you want, right? So that is the power of AI. And for me, like I said, I've been loving the entire process, because again, I can create any style of content that I want without actually being in front of the camera. Okay. So now, now that we have the social media content, we have the systems in place, we've been able to automate our sales process. The biggest thing when it comes to these digital offers is your traffic. Okay. So my favorite quote, and for people that know me, is the more leads you create, the more cash flow you will generate. Okay. Without leads coming into your business every day, it's almost impossible to really have a thriving business and to create revenue. Okay. So go ahead and drop this in the chat for me. The more leads you create, the more cash flow you would generate. Okay. So now I'm just going to walk you through the process of what that traffic actually looks like. Okay. Traffic, there's 2 different types of traffic. We have organic traffic and outbound traffic. Okay. So organic traffic is simply SEO, social media content, right? And paid traffic is you taking your video content, designs, and graphics, and letting ads send that your videos and your offers through the internet, right? Google, Facebook, Instagram. So instead of you now spending time creating videos or allowing AI to do the work for you, you can use your money to get the visibility and the traffic that you need. Okay. So that is the difference between organic and paid. But even when we have the different organic and paid traffic, with them both, you should be leveraging what's called inbound and outbound traffic. Okay, so what is the difference? Again, inbound is very similar to organic, but it's going to be that content that pulls in your customers. Okay, that's your social media content. Outbound marketing is direct outreach, like DMs, right? If you're on Facebook, sending friend requests, joining Facebook groups so that you can get the traffic and the exposure that you need to the products and services that you offer, okay? And lastly, before I transition this over to Ramel, right? We want to use AI to help us duplicate everything in our business as much as we possibly can. Okay. So go ahead and take a screenshot of this. This is some of the AI tools that I personally use in my business on social media, Facebook and Instagram, to help me get the traffic that I need. So I'm not solely relying on organic content and social media videos, right? The goal is the more traffic you create, the more leads you can generate, right? And the more cash flow you can get within your business. So our goal is to save time, energy, money, and effort, right? So how can we save more time, energy, money, and effort? In today's time, we want to leverage AI tools. So again, these are just some of the few that I actually use that helps me with that process, okay? So if this information was valuable to you all, and this is something that you know for sure that you can actually take and start implementing within your business today, content, right? Creating automations and actually automating the entire process. Drop some fireballs in the chat, and I'm gonna go ahead and transition this over into Ramel at this point. Okay.
Stay up here with me. Stay up here with me, Millie. And I want to bring up Q as well. And I want y'all to drop some fire emojis in the chat if you felt like Millie and Kiana gave you some valuable information tonight. If you felt like this Monday evening, your time was well spent, I want y'all to drop some fire emojis in the chat. They said Millie for president. Yeah, you got my vote. You got my vote. You got my vote. So I'm super excited about this because, you know, this has truly changed my life and Millie's life, Kiana's life, and thousands of other students that we've been able to teach this process to. And I got to be real with y'all. If I could be real, can y'all put be real in the chat? If I could be real, can y'all put be real in the chat? A lot of you right now are the best kept secret. You have great ideas, you have talents, you have things that the world needs to hear, but you are scared to put your gift in front of the world. Put me in the chat if I'm talking to you. Let's have a real conversation. If you know you have a skill set, you have a talent, you have an idea, you know that there's something that comes natural and easy to you that's harder to others, but you are not putting yourself in front of people. And you have a product or service that you can monetize, but if they don't know you, how can they pay you? And most people never make the money they deserve because they don't have these systems that we've been able to master. And system stands for saving yourself significant time, energy, and money. If you want to save yourself significant time, energy, and money, and you want to make $10,000 in the next 30 days, I need you to put me in the chat. This is where we talk to the serious, not the curious. This is where we talk to the action takers, not the action talkers. I'm going to be completely transparent with y'all. I want to show y'all this really quick. Somebody put show me in the chat because sometimes seeing is believing. So I want to show y'all this, right? And Millie broke down the entire process, but sometimes we need to see it in real time. So I want to show y'all this really, really quick. This right here is a funnel that I have, right? And it's a free workbook, free lead magnet, right? Completely free. And I go and I promote online. I give out game on Instagram, on YouTube and Facebook. And I say, hey, comment the word workbook and I'm going to give you a free workbook. It's completely free. Well, guess what? Once they click download the workbook, they're going to put their information in and then it's going to take you to an upsell. Somebody type upsell in the chat. This is exactly what Millie broke down. I'm showing you in real time. Here's an upsell, but guess what? This upsell is $27. So we take you from a free lead magnet to be able to get traffic, and then you do a $27 upsell. Y'all got that? Can I show y'all something else? Somebody would show me in the chat if I can show y'all something else, right? Do you know that today I've been doing errands? I was on the road coming back from the store, running some errands with my family. Today alone, this is what we've been able to do. $2,000. Look, if you want to make $2,000 a day, type me in the chat. If you cool making $2,000 a day, type me in the chat. Matter of fact, Millie, let's show them what we did for the week, Millie. If you want to make almost $30,000 in a week, type me in the chat. Matter of fact, if you want to be able to make $360,000 in a month, somebody type me in the chat. And that's just one platform. I could show you multiple platforms. This is how we're making anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000 a month consistently. Somebody type consistently in the chat. We're giving you the exact blueprint that we've been able to utilize to go out there and make $1 million in a day, $100,000 in a day. If we've been able to do that, do you think we could teach you how to go make maybe 5% of that? Maybe 1% of that? 10% of that with AI, with the systems? Like if you could touch your neck real quick and like you got a pulse. If you got a pulse, that means you can do this. If you breathe right now, that means you can do this. And if this was valuable for you and you feel like you want more, this is not enough for you, you need more. Can you put more in the chat? Put more in the chat. What up, Q? I got you up here, Q. Put more in the chat. So those of you that want more, I know we said 90 minutes. We gave you, this time completely free. But I want to share an opportunity for you to work more intimately and directly with myself, Kiana, and Millie for 4 more weeks. Do I have your permission to share this opportunity? Let me know in the chat. Yes or no? Do I have your permission to share an opportunity where you can work more intimately with myself, Millie, and Kiana so they can actually give you the blueprint and really take you step by step? They say yes. So with that being said, we want to share the opportunity for you to join us for our 4-week AI Accelerator program, y'all. 4-week. And Millie, you could actually go to the offer page. We're about to drop this link, and I'm gonna do something super special. It's normally $19.97 to join us for a 4-week accelerator program, but for tonight only, we're going to do $1,000 off for tonight only because we honored that last night. So we're just going to honor it tonight. So when we drop this link, you're going to put the code word in asset, right? And when you put asset in, it's going to give you $1,000 off. But this is only going to be for the next 3 minutes because we got to close this up. So for the next 3 minutes, this is going to be available to you. If you're ready to lock in and join us for 4 weeks, I need you to drop the link in the chat. And if they don't drop the link, then that means they don't want. We're not going to give it if you don't want it, because the truth is this: $9.97 is going to do a lot more for you than for us. I'm just being completely transparent. There's a lot of people that's gatekeeping. They got the information. They know how to go out there and make money online. You have the opportunity to do so, and we want to simplify it for you, leveraging AI. We want to simplify it for you and give you the automation. We want to simplify it. So part of the 4 weeks, not only you're going to get live implementation calls where you can ask questions, we can really understand how to make sure that you get to the next level. You're going to get the actual template. So again, all you got to do is breathe. We're going to make sure everything is laid out for you. You're going to have the templates. You're going to have the actual funnel layout. You're going to have the automation kit. You're going to have a private support group. And literally in the next 4 weeks, you should be able to launch your digital product and make $10,000. So I think they're ready for me to drop the link. I see them saying drop the link in the chat. They saying drop the link in the chat. So team, can we drop this link? And if you joined last night, congratulations. You are good. Don't even worry about it. You're locked in. This is for the people that's here that did not hear it last night. We honoring what we did last night. So we're going to do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the link. Drop the link. Coach Jen said, drop the link. What you doing, Mogul? You take it too long. You take it too long. Drop the link. Drop the link. There you go. The link is in the chat. And once you lock in your spot, type I'm in. So myself, Millie, and Kiana, we can congratulate you. We can welcome you and really just celebrate you because you're doing something that your future self is going to thank you for. I promise you. I'm going to be real with you. A lot of us, we are not making the money that we really deserve to make because we are stuck doing the old things. We are striving to make money the old way. You go into college and you go and get that degree to go get a job that's no longer there because AI is here. Don't take on a bunch of debt to go 4 or 5 years when you can invest $9.97 and actually learn a skill set that you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars off. So the code is asset, y'all. The code is asset. He put this right. Actually, let me share my screen and show y'all this. Unshare that really quick, really. All right, so look, you're gonna go on here. It's $19.97. You're gonna click add promo code, and then you're gonna put asset. Make sure everybody can see that. ASSET. You know what I mean? Let's not misspell. All right, let's get this right. So there we go. You're going to put asset and you're going to click apply. Boom. Now it gives you $1,000 off. It's going to be $997. And even further, those of you that need additional payment plans, you can utilize Zip, which is a buy now and pay later option. And you can break it up into installments. 4 payments of $251. So I just want to give you every opportunity. I want to make sure it's a no-brainer and no excuses. I want to make sure you have this opportunity because I remember when I was sitting on the sidelines and I was making money in real estate, and a lot of people was telling me, look, you can make money by teaching people as well. And I didn't understand it. I come from Brooklyn where I'm like, I don't do none of that. Just like a lot of y'all on the call, I don't, no face, no case. I don't do the social media. And then I realized it's bigger than me. I realized that God has given all of us gifts, and what we do with those gifts is how we pay them back. So you could go on Zip, you could pay in full. If I'm you, I'm gonna be honest, I'm just paying, I'm swiping a card. I'm not even asking no more questions because I understand payoff. We're not focused on price, we understand payoff. A lot of times we focus, it costs $997. Well, what is it gonna cost you if you do not do this? Do you see yourself being in the same spot next year this time? Because you refuse to jump on board of a train that's going to pass you by. I remember one of my mentors told me, he said, look, time is inevitable, but growth is optional, which means the time is going to pass you by regardless. But whether you grow or not, whether you take your business to the next level, whether you monetize your ideas, whether you get your family to the next level, that's totally up to you. Totally up to you. So type I'm in the chat if you locked in. I wanted to show y'all that is $997, and we're about to close up in a couple minutes. Well, we actually passed our time. We're supposed to close this up at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, but we're gonna give y'all 5 more minutes to be able to lock in your spot, and we want to make sure we congratulate you. So who's in? Karita said the payment denied. I'm not sure. You guys might have to call your bank. Gilda is in. Shout out to Gilda. Congratulations to you, Gilda. Gilda is not playing no games. Gilda is making sure she get into the next level. Alvin said I've been in. That's what I'm talking about. Who else is in? Type I'm in the chat once you are in. Type I'm in the chat once you are in. So yeah, there we go. So it's our 4-week AI Accelerator program. And like I said, you got the best of the business that when it comes to AI, when it comes to funnels, when it comes to automations, Kiana and Millie, they actually help me grow my business and other 7-figure clients that we've been able to work with to grow and scale. So no matter and I want to make this clear, no matter if you're somebody that's new, and Kiana and Millie, I want y'all to add value to this because I know some of us on this call right now really want to do it, but we are scared because it's something new and we don't understand it. And we have this mindset to actually be afraid and talk ourselves out of something because we don't understand it. And it's okay if you don't understand it, but if you knew what to do already, you would already be doing it. That's why you want to invest and learn from somebody that has done it, because that's the fastest way to get rich. That's the fastest way. Lewis said, I'm in. Congratulations. So Q and Millie, if y'all have anything to add, y'all could add, anything that y'all want to this.
Yeah, so I would say, you have to be willing to do something that you've never done for yourself before. A lot of times we look at an investment as oh, this is something that I have to pay for, different things like that. But the reality is that we spend $1,000 very quickly on things that have no benefits to us. What I could say is information has changed my life, my family's life, everyone's life. Having access to information, if I didn't come into rooms like this, if I wasn't exposed to this type of information, I would still be stuck. And when I say stuck, meaning I would still be the woman at work where anxiety is always high, and I'm just but I have to be here because what else am I gonna do? I would still be stuck in those situations to where I remember like pacing back and forth because I'm just like, and I didn't even realize it was because my anxiety was just really spiraling out of control. Because I'm like, well, what else can I do? And like I said, I was like pushed into really understanding that there has to be another way, because like you said, the day we're born, God gives us purpose. It's up to us in life to actually set the path of the purpose that we want for ourselves, or we can be complacent. And we could continue to tell ourselves that we could wait for the right opportunity or the best time, or you could continue to have a lack mindset. And when I say that, I mean like words have power. The more you tell yourself that you can't, you don't, you won't, and you can't do it, like that's what your mind is going to tell yourself. I mean, it's just neuroscience, right? The more positive you are about something and what you can do, the better the outcome is. We talk ourselves out of things that we haven't even committed to yet. And that's just the enemy always wanting to attack your elevation and your growth. And to be able to have access to this information for $9.97 is very accessible, because there are people that charge, so much more for so much less. And what I could tell you is what you're getting here is super valuable, because you're not just getting bits and pieces of information. You're getting an entire asset framework, something that was developed and curated, not with benefits necessarily for us, but with the benefits of people to be able to understand how to do this, right? Like constantly staying up, like Millie and I discussing, going back and forth, like what is the simplest way for us to be able to get this information to the masses so that they're able to execute and limit as many excuses, as many limiting beliefs that they can have for themselves. Literally hours on the phone discussing this to make sure that when we provide you with something, that you have everything you need to succeed, as long as you're willing to do the work.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Look, so what I want to do, I want to bring up some of you that locked in your spot, and I want you to share what made you make that decision. So type "I'm in" the chat one more time, so we can see you. I believe Kashavis said you in. So let's bring up Kashavis. Oh, and I know you in the Kashavis locked in with us on the Wealthy Experience. So let's bring you up, Kashavis. What's going on, champ? What's going on? What made you lock in?
I'm a believer, man. You got to take chances in life. I'm not willing to sit on the sideline and let everybody else get it. The only thing that's standing in between us and everybody else is just information and the willingness to do it. Like I said earlier, you're going to spend money on the weekends. You're going to spend money on all type of frivolous stuff, and it's going to add up. If this could put a little bit of pep in your step, a little bit of money in your pocket, and they're giving you a blueprint, you might as well do that, fam. Don't wait.
Oh, look, it's no coincidence, man. Like the people that actually show up consistently throughout the week and invest in themselves to get to the next level, like they always see opportunity. So, welcome to the family. I know you're gonna be locked in with us on a 12-week. What are you into right now? What are you currently doing, business wise?
So, actually, I had a real estate company that I started back in 2018. My background is in like healthcare, so I work in hospitals. That's what I do primarily. I make good money doing it already, 6 figures, whatever. But I don't want to continue to trade my time for money for the rest of my life, right? I want to be retired by 50. By retired by 50, I mean not taking orders from nobody or asking anybody for PTO. That's the life that I want for myself. So if I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna grind, I'm gonna do it for me, not because somebody needs me somewhere on their time. So so I really want to get into the real estate stuff. So that's really important to me. And I've got a wealth of knowledge. I've traveled the world quite a bit. I've got a lot of stories to tell, and I just want to encourage people that, the world is big and Black people are everywhere, more of them outside of America than it is here. So if I can get people to get out and travel and get outside of their comfort zone, I think it'll do a world of good for our own mental health sake. So,
absolutely. Everybody put congratulations in the chat. I'm proud of you, and we're gonna help you get to that next level. I already hear from your experience alone, and Kiana and Millie, I know y'all see from his experience alone, we already see how we can help you build, some digital products. And part of what we're going to teach you in the 12-week is going to be how to start a funding agency. So that's going to be one of our classes. So not only how to fund yourself, but how to fund other people. And we actually going to give you some digital products specifically around that. And then pair it with the AI that you're gonna actually learn about during these 4 weeks and actual frameworks and the funnels, like it's like by the end of the year, you're gonna be in a whole nother level, bro. 1,000%. All right,
You know,
let's get it.
Encourage folks to just, y'all gonna do this, man. Lock in, man. I put away meat. I put away alcohol. I put away going out. It's just about locking in, man. Put the time in now, and you can spend the rest of your life living how you want to live. Sacrifice this little bit of time. You ain't missing nothing out there. It's all gonna be there when you come back.
Ooh, oh, let's get it. Let's get it. Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. Who else? Let's bring up one more person. Alvin, what's going on, champ? What's going on?
What's up, Ramel? How you doing, fam?
I'm doing good, bro. What made you lock in again? What made you lock in again?
Hey, look, everything bro said that was just up. I can't even say nothing else after that. That's just real.
Yes,
So,
sir.
everything he said, I'm feeling, and that's why I'm doing it too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bro,
congratulations, bro. So what are you into right now? Do you have any ideas as far as what digital product you want to launch, or you kind of open right now? And let us know what you.
Not really now, man. I'm gonna just see where it takes me, man. But I gotta. I'm very optimistic about it. So yeah, it's gonna do what it do.
So you, Kashavis, Karita as well. I think a few of y'all that's gonna be a part of the Wealthy Experience with us.
Oh yeah,
y'all in a really good spot. Why? Because you're gonna learn so much, right? You're gonna learn real estate. You're gonna learn insurance. You're gonna learn business structure. So all of that information, you're gonna document it, and you're gonna learn from Millie and Kiana the processes and the AI systems to utilize to document it. And really, at the end of that, you can package it up and start putting out, simple digital products, step-by-step guides, right, on the things that you're learning in mentorship. So we got you.
Yeah, hey, I'm ready to go, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know. Appreciate it.
All right.
Man. I want to bring up Karita. How you doing? Let's bring up Karita. She off the screen, y'all. Bring her back up. What's up? What made you say I'm getting in this? What made you say I'm getting in this?
There was no way I couldn't say that I was getting in it. When I was redoing my notes and I was reading through that again, it just resonated. This is something I need to do. I've done motivational talks in the past. I am a certified trauma-informed life coach. Actually, it's funny because I'm writing a book or written a book and want to get it published, but I just know that there are so many different messages that I can reach people, and the ebook is a perfect way to do that. So I couldn't say no. I'm looking forward to the opportunity.
I love it. So I want to do something special for you in real time. Kiana and Millie, can y'all help me out? So I wanna walk Karita through launching a digital product right now. Let's kind of interview her, grab a little bit of her thoughts really quick. And let's see how we could package up something really quick as far as like what her offer could potentially be, how fast. Because the truth is, it's a 4-week program, but when you get the information to Millie and Kiana as fast as you can, it takes really literally minutes to be able to get you your product. So tell us your background really quick. Tell us your background.
Okay. It's hard. I've done motivational talks. I'm a trauma-informed life coach. Personally, right now, I work a 9 to 5 as a budget analyst, but my passion is writing. I've written for people. People have asked me to write because I've done tons of poems. They asked me to write something. I end up speaking at homegoing services, and I write cards and different things and messages for people all the time. I know that is something that God has purpose in my life to reach out to people. It wasn't something that I chose to do. It's something that He put in me. And when I realized that was the purpose, then that's the direction I want to go, to motivate, to elevate, and to inspire people to look beyond their perceived limitations and to move forward. So that's my passion, and that's what I want to do.
I love it. So Q or Millie, or any one of y'all, I want y'all to chime in on what she just shared and what we could possibly put together. We could just build on that with her real quick.
All right. So as it pertains to, you said that people reach out to you. Who's typically reaching out to you
There
to
have been
ask?
coworkers who have reached out to me, family members who have reached out to me to write something when they read something that I've written, whether it was a poem or whatever. I get calls like, "Oh, uncle, this person died, this person passed. Can you write something?" Then they go from there. Can you read it? I can't do it. I can't read it with the same inflection. You have to read it. So it started like that, and then I did that. I did something for the Redwood Library in Rhode Island many years ago, for Black History Month. I done something for Cigna for Black History Month, when I used to work for them. And I put together a few different things. I have this thing called Finish a Masterpiece, and I did that at someone's studio right before COVID happened. So different people have asked me to do different things as far as personal writing, and I've done that. So that's pretty much what I've done.
Okay, so first, like in developing, based on some of the things that what you just said, as just like some brand identity summary, like life coach, intuitive writer who gives is helping people express what they feel but can't put into words. You blend emotional clarity, storytelling, personal empowerment, and heartfelt communication. You help people say what matters, heal through written expression, and step into a more confident, aligned version of themselves. So essentially, what you help solve is like emotional overwhelm, confusion, people that struggle to express themselves, different things like that. So a lot of those different things that you can do, we would find the particular audience. So you mentioned people, and you mentioned different companies and organizations as well. So there's a lot of different ways that you can put yourself out there in reference to who do you want to service, and you could give them different types of information. So you could do two different things. You can either help people learn how to write and creatively express themselves based on a framework that you would help develop, and this is what you would be able to put into a digital offer, so that way people understand how to really uncover and write messaging. Or you can actually offer your services to organizations and companies and different things like that, so where you're now creating different types of writing pieces, like a brand booklet, different things like that for different companies and organizations. And now they're able to purchase, and you could also have it licensed, like a bunch of different things that we would be able to go into for these organizations and companies. So you're able to put those messages. So think about like Hallmark, think about all of these different companies that, write pieces, right? Think about like commercials, all different types of organizations. So there's twofold of what you can do for it. And you've been able to do both. And we would just like, extract that information, me specifically, to really figure out like what your pathway should be based on what you want to do, what you value, your time, and different things like that.
Mm.
Yes, I love it. So just to kind of piggyback on what Kiana's saying, I think you can go in a couple of different lanes, right? So she spoke more so on like how you can definitely take your expertise and offer it to people and way as like your expertise, right? But what I'm thinking more so is, let's just say you package up and you create like a poem book, right? Because you said you have people who reach out to you for writings that you custom write for them for funerals, special occasions, and different things like that. But let's just say you go ahead and create an actual poem book. Like she said, I heard her mention Hallmark, right? You can even create custom cards, right? Where people buy these cards digitally, right? To be able to send to family members for these, these occasions, funerals, and things like that as well. Or make a poem book. People have access to these poems already. They can go ahead and read them give them away to family members, or whatever the case may be. So that was where I was going with it, right? Like create a actual poem book that you can now sell digitally online, and you can attract those people that say, hey, are you have this upcoming occasion where your life situation hits. I have this poem book that will help you get through this rough time or these rough patches, that's going to help you with trauma and different things like that as well. So that's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah. And I want to add to it, right? Because I see you doing both, right? Kiana, Millie, no, I'm like, we doing everything. We just gonna have different tiers to it, right? So the actual poem books and those digital products, that will be one level. But then those individuals that want you to actually like provide that service to them more intimately, well, they got to pay a higher tier price, right? And now you have this ascension model of taking that one client up multiple, levels, right? So it's so much that you could do, and I love doing this because this is you're doing it's a great example for you, Karita, but for everybody on this call, you have a gift. You have something that is special and unique that you are really good at. And what I would encourage everybody to do is go in their phone and like message the most important 10 people to them and say, hey, look, what comes easily and natural to me that may be harder to others? If I was to start a business tomorrow, what would you recommend me do? And you'd be surprised a lot of the things that like you just do because God gifted you with it and you think is regular, but it's not regular to other people, right? They actually need your service. They need your gift. And you can make a lot of money doing it, but it's bigger than the money. You'll have a lot of impact, So that I wanted to add that onto it. So you just let us know your thoughts, Karita. How you feeling about that?
Well, I'm feeling great because a few things I've already started what I call a book of tributes, where I've taken all the pieces that I've written personally for people. And then what I was also going to do is go back and get historical figures, not the ones that were overdone, and add them to that book. So that way it's the known and unknown that I will be writing tributes for. So that's perfect. And that's one of the things that I am in the process of doing. The personal ones are already done. It's the tributes for other people, well-known people that I want to add to the book. So a lot of this stuff is great. I've done a lot of it, or I started the process. And it's funny because while I was thinking of an ebook, I was thinking outside of this or trying to think, okay, what else could I do? Because I know that I wanted to do this, not thinking that I should just do that. So This is perfect. This is good.
And then just to add to this, right? And I know we're gonna shift gears, but it's just so much. I'm excited because I promise you, like Millie and Kiana, like dynamic duo, right? So when you get into the AI twins and really being able to put out content consistently without necessarily feeling burnt out or having your own face attached to it. Now, I'm a fan of having your face out there, right? But being able to balance it out, right? Doing some AI commercials and marketing and advertising along with you building out your personal brand. They gonna help you get to that next level 1000%. So all right, appreciate you. Everybody put congratulations in the chat. All right, perfect. So that's pretty much all I have to be completely honest with y'all. I want to know what's holding you back. If you did not join in with us, what's holding you back right now? Let us know in the chat. Let's have a conversation, right? And I asked Millie this and Kiana this last night, and I'm gonna ask it again for some of you that's on this call that wasn't on last night. I want you to share what was the motivating factor. What was the switch that clicked where you was like, no, I need to learn AI. I need to get online, right? Millie showing you how she'd have made $10,000 in a day, $100,000 in a month. Or how much she done made, helping other people launch their businesses, right? We've had multiple clients make $100,000, $300,000 in a day. Kiana has helped me out launching ebooks, AI, help a lot of our students be able to get and launch their first digital product and make money. It's just insane, but it was not always that way, right? So some of you are on the fence right now, and you're probably thinking it sounds good, but I'm a pass because I'm not familiar with it. So Millie, Kiana, whoever want to go first, I want y'all to talk about what was that moment, that shift that made you say, no, I'm getting into the digital product. I'm going to master YouTube like you do, Q. I'm going to build this up. I'm going to get these brand deals and get you to the point that you are today.
So for me, it was different things. So a lot of it was when I first started, I was in physical products and I was creating journals, planners, stationery, a lot of different things. And my avatar was really I like to write and journal as well, was really to help women be able to write down their thoughts and different things like that. But I created specific stationery colors and just different things for it. And people started to reach out to me and say, hey, how are you doing this? Can you help me? And I would just give a lot of value. Like, you could use Canva, you could do this, this, and that. And then people wanted to pay me, right? People wanted to pay me in exchange for me to do a recording for them, a training for them, something that was electronic where I could do it one time and literally get sales over and over again. I continue to do it in every kind of asset that you could think about. I've ran a membership, I've created ebooks, I've done workshops, I've done trainings, I've done, any type of digital product or asset you can do. And the reason why I do it is because naturally I'm a creative, but I always want to break limits and beliefs, even for myself and for others, that you can create a digital asset in any type of form. So I also have ran memberships where I created templates for other individuals to be able to have templates because they didn't want to do it, right? They didn't want to design it, so they were able to access it and sell it. I've opened up Etsy shops. I've created different types of forms of clip art. So I've done every type of digital offer, digital product you could think of. But really the thing is just like the first dollar that you ever make, where you don't have to physically do anything. You create it, you design it, you do it once. It's just really life-changing for you. And then that dollar turns into $1,000, right? And then that 1,000 turns into 10,000, right? And so forth and so on. And it continues to compound from something that you're doing once, but the transformation and the result people are getting, they can get it over and over again, as long as you put out a good product, right? As long as you put out a high value digital offer, something that people want. And a lot of times we think like, oh, well, other people are doing it, so what would make somebody do me? Well, it's because of your unique value proposition, like your story, your brand alignment, all the things we talk about. But that really was just the life-changing factor for me. And I'm just like, wow, like nobody can ever take that away from me, right? Nobody can ever take the knowledge and information that I have. Like, I have the ability to package it and to be able to send it into a digital format, and people will pay me for it because I'm teaching them something that's also going to change their life, because ultimately it's about them and the transformation and the result. So that's really what it was for me. And I was like, wow, this is like a real thing.
All right, so for me, what pretty much put me in a position in the transformation of just really understanding that this was the right direction for me was really, again, trading time for money, right? So I'm the type of person where, I never liked to do the same thing consistently over and over. I've always found myself, even before I became an entrepreneur, that I'm jumping from this position to this position to this position, right? So creating that time freedom for myself and just being able to, even when it comes to the digital space, right, you can focus on different lanes. So what I also had to learn and understand is when it comes to running a business digitally, it's not always about the money, but it is about the impact as well. So just creating that time freedom for myself, whereas now I have the digital products on the back end. I have coaching and consulting that I can provide. I provide done for you services as well, but it's all within the same industry, right? And one of the biggest things is I tell my clients and students as well is like, pick your lane. You don't want to be all over the place. And that was one of the things that as an early entrepreneur, I found myself doing, right? Again, as I told y'all earlier, I had a brick and mortar design, print, and marketing shop. I had an event space. I was running a car rental business. I was in credit repair. I was doing funding. I was doing all these different things. But one day, right, because one of my coaches early on as an entrepreneurship, and when I stepped into it, told me that, oh, you need to have multiple streams of income, which is very true. But what I did not understand was, like, one day a lady was on Instagram and she was teaching like the real meaning of what it means by multiple streams of income. Go deep, not wide, right? Pick your lane. You don't want to be in a position where you're running real estate, credit repair, funding, all these different lanes that has no direction. Right. So now I'm in a position where I talk about the same thing, how I can help business owners systemize and automate their businesses. Right. I have digital products that provide that same transformation. Right. So now being able to work from the comfort of my home and spend that time, that time freedom, create freedom for myself. Right. So everybody's why is different as well. Right. For me, unfortunately, I don't have the benefit of being able to give back to my parents because they're deceased, right? So for a long time, I had to really figure out like, what is truly my why? Why am I working so hard? Why am I doing the things that I do? Like, I want to be able to, my desire has always been, you want to free your parents from their jobs. You want to give them bless them with homes and houses and cars and all these, retire them, right? I don't have that benefit. So I had to figure out, for me, my why is freedom. You know what I'm saying? I want to create freedom. I don't want to be overworked and underpaid, right? So that was like the transformation in the light bulb for me. Like, create your lane, pick a lane, stay there, and really create that digital asset for yourself.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is all good stuff, man. I hope that this was, powerful for you. And even if you didn't join, I hope that we was able to plant a seed, right? For you to really see it. Don't miss the boat. Don't miss the boat. Don't miss the train. Like, AI is here and it's not going nowhere, right? I remember back when I was in college and my accounting professor, her name was Patricia Pillis. I remember she said to invest in this company that was about to go public. At that time, the company that was going public was Facebook. And I had a little job working part-time in the campus store, and I was making some little bit of money back then. It was a lot of money, really, back to me. But hey, but when I got paid, I didn't go invest in buy the stocks, right? I took the money and I was just doing some other stuff that I didn't prioritize. And years later, I missed out on the opportunity to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Because I was at the forefront of a trailblazing platform, right? So AI is literally that. And we want to make sure we give you the opportunity to do so. So I'm literally just really excited, because those of you that are taking that opportunity to invest in yourself, we want to make sure that we give you back 10 times the amount. So we're going to work side by side with you. So it's really a done with you opportunity. We'll work side by side with you. And once you learn this stuff, not only are you able to monetize, this is if y'all picking up what I'm putting down, not only are you able to monetize your ideas and things that you've been able to do, now you can start teaching people the same exact thing, right? Like teaching people AI, helping other people get on board and really learn these things as you start to master. So if y'all have any questions, drop them in the chat. If not, we're going to close this thing up. Kiana said her cousin is a stockbroker and invested in Facebook. Oh, wait. God damn it. Don't piss me off tonight, Q. Don't piss me off tonight, Q. Look, I'm still bad. I'm still bad, because that's why I don't be playing no games. I don't miss the boat. Not no more. All right, cool. So we don't have no questions. We're going to give y'all back your time. It was a pleasure. Everybody that did lock in, you're going to get an email with next steps and when does the classes start. And we want to make sure we get you going, and by the end of this year, you're able to launch your digital product. All right. Latasha said you're trying. All right, if you need 2 more minutes, put 2 minutes in the chat. That's it. We're not giving no more time because we got to stick up. If you need 2 more minutes, put 2 minutes in the chat. Zoom user. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Talk to us. All right, we're gonna give you 2 minutes.
Divine. I don't know why my name's not appearing.
What's your name?
Divine. DIVINE.
Oh, how you doing? Didn't you join already? Didn't you join already?
I joined. I'm very excited. This is kind of like an answered prayer. I was looking for somebody to help me. Yeah. I already have a digital product that I've done through AI because I just finished writing a book. It's in the process of being published. And so from there, I just entered the information into Chat GPT, and it created like 12 modules for me. But my question is, since I already have a digital product, it may have to be, massaged a little, but how long will it take me? Do I have to wait the 4 weeks or can I launch sooner than that?
Y'all can answer that. Millie or Q, y'all can answer that.
Well, essentially, there is a process, and we want to make sure that we're teaching you the exact framework, and we want to stay within that framework. I don't know. Yeah, so we want to kind of just stay on topic, right? Stay in the alignment of what the framework consists of. But if you already have a digital product, we could talk about what that process looks like. We just want to make sure you're also following our frameworks as well, in a sense, to make sure you launch successfully.
Okay, so, yeah. That makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. And do you have your digital product for sale? Is it for
Well,
sale?
no, I don't know how to get it to market. That's what I said. You guys.
Oh, cute. All right, yeah. We got you. So we're gonna make sure we get you right.
Okay.
So just like Millie said, there is a framework that we go through the curriculum, but being that you already have your digital product already set up, we can lay some eyes on it for you, give you some resources so you can kind of get going and still learn at the same time, being that you're already ahead of the curve. So
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
no problem. Shout out to you. They said 2 more minutes. I think 2 minutes is up. They said 2 more minutes. The link right there is in the chat. And once you in, type I'm in so we can know when we could close up. Type I'm in so we could close up. All right, Janae, did I say that right? Hopefully I said it right. Janae Miller, Miss Janae Miller. Congratulations to you. I want to bring you up. Oh, okay. What's up? How you doing? Congratulations. What made you say
Thank you.
before at the buzzer beater? You about to close the game and you said, look, I'm still coming in for the game winner. What made you jump in?
All right. First, in all fairness, I'm in a cafe with bad reception. Okay. So that's why my delay. That was my delay. But I said I was all in because I was just meeting with another young lady that's kind of in our space. And we was just talking about digital products, and we was just talking about how I need to really step it up, and she was helping me. So I was like, this is alignment. Alignment. The timing was perfect. It's exactly what I need. And really being able to show up and because it's something that I haven't been doing it, showing up on my social media consistently.
So what is it that you do?
Well, by trade, I'm an accountant. But
okay.
So yeah, so I'm.
What do you want to, I guess, teach in the form of a digital product? What is your digital product going to be based upon?
I wanted to be based upon just teaching people about budgeting their finances,
Okay.
Getting their finances aligned. So knowing where their money go, just really aligning their money up. So.
Oh, look, sign me up. Sign me up. I need to know where to put the money. Like, congratulations. We got you. I'm glad that you made that investment in yourself. You in the right space. We got you.
All right.
Let's get it. All right. Perfect. All right. So I think Latasha is striving to get in. Latasha, what you say, Q?
She says she can't transfer from Apple.
Team, can y'all send Latasha a message really quick on Zoom and just get her info? Because we gonna keep her spot open for tonight, but we gotta close up. So team, can y'all send her a message really quick and let me know when it's done? Let me know when it's done. Send Latasha a message. Nikisha Lee says she's driving home. She was signing when she get home. How long is that what that GPS say? What's that ETA on the GPS? What's the ETA on the GPS? Because we got to close, y'all. All right. Here we go. 10 minutes. All right. Cool. They said 10 minutes. All right, perfect. So Latasha, the team reached out to you. Good. Nikisha as well, team. Can you reach out to Nikisha really quick? Send me a message once you reach out to Nikisha. She said 10 minutes, but we're not gonna be on here, but we'll keep the spot open for Nikisha. Just send me a message, please. All right, there we go. I'm excited, man. Look, I'm not even trying to sell nobody because I'm not in the business of doing that. I'm not selling you. I'm telling you. I am literally telling you that this is the fastest way to make money. And this is the most accessible opportunity we have to make lots of money fast. Right? Yeah, you could buy real estate, which is long-term wealth. You want to do that. You want to park your money in insurance. You want to be able to diversify, put your money in the stock market. But when we talk about making fast, active cash that you can then redeploy, this is the way to do so. This is it. I've never seen no other place where you could make $1 million in a day. Obviously there's ways people do it, like Amazon, right? But for everyday people like us to make $10,000 in a day, $20,000, or if you just made as little as $100 a day, right? $500 a day. These are things that's very doable and reasonable. And everyday people are now having superpowers because of AI. Like, you got to think about it. Before, you had to have some, you had to be super techie and all these things. But now the average person can have superpowers, and then you get to play on the same team and the same game with everybody else.
Yeah.
It's literally a cheat code.
It's just no other. It's just like making websites from words, meaning like prompts, never existed. Being able to code without being a coder, to develop apps by just saying words of what you wanted to do, $20,000, $30,000 up to $100,000 to pay a developer to do that. You now have the tools and accessibility to be able to do that right now.
I'm about to fire my whole team. All right.
Never. So yeah, it's just no other opportunity. Like, seriously.
That's a fact.
And we're definitely going to help you all simplify this process as much as possible. Like, just laughing at what Ramel just said, right? Firing his whole team. So even when it comes to the design aspect, like I told y'all, I'm a branding expert as well. Like, my whole entrepreneurship journey is design, right? Everybody loves the work that I do because really of the design aspect. I'm a graphic designer. So now being able to use AI tools to just simply make your design for your ebooks, for your funnels, for your landing page, for your website. You don't, like, we're saving time, energy, money, and effort. You don't need to pay a graphic designer. You don't need to hire a professional photographer and a videographer anymore. You can literally use AI to do everything that you need. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a branding expert. Like, you can use ChatGPT to be your branding expert, to be your marketing strategist. Everything that you need, we can leverage AI for, and we're going to be able to help you all walk you all through that process and simplify it for you.
Listen, ChatGPT then gave me some therapeutic advice, some eat, what to eat. You know what I mean? The routine with whatever to eat. ChatGPT, like, it'll give you everything. Long story short, right? But it's garbage in, garbage out. So you need to have the right people like Millie and Kiana. That's going to coach you on how to actually train the tools to work for you. Because if you don't know how to train the tools, know what prompts to put it in, know the systems, the layout, and really take an experience and combine it with the AI tools, then you'll get only 10% of it, right? So that's what we want to make sure we get for you. So I'm really done. I'm out of here. I'm gonna let y'all go, but let's close this thing up. Congratulations to everybody who locked in with us, and we'll see y'all on the other side.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Peace and blessings.